Hey everybody, this is iLad, and I am sitting here on the holographic bridge of my holographic ship because we're about to have another episode of Starmade. Oh yeah. In our last episode, we built the cargo area that you can kind of see way back behind me and down the ramp there. I did a lot of work on it off camera, actually, and ended up very much changing the feel of it without really doing a whole lot to change the structure. So basically I've done a lot of work off camera, but it's all been, or almost all been, aesthetic work. So I'm going to give you a quick tour of that, and then we are going to add in a new system today that I teased at the end of the last video, and I think it's going to be really cool. I think you're going to like it, so stay tuned. So I'm going to go ahead and head on down there. Let's get ourselves in some holographic gravity here. We'll go down. Yeah. And here is what it looks like currently. Well, oh crap. Forgot there was a hole in the floor. Give me a second. Alright, let's try this again. Well, first of all, I did not intend to build a medical bay, and surprisingly, I kind of accidentally built a medical bay. I should have recorded it, but it would have been a really, really short build, and yeah, it's fine, whatever. But I have a medical bay, and it is attached to the cargo bay. I figure this is where people are working and like getting hurt and crap, and so this is where we're gonna need some first aid going on. I will probably add a small one upstairs as well on the upper deck, but yeah, I kind of like this. They caged in the deck master's little control area here. I figured, again, with lots of heavy equipment moving around and crates being moved and things like that, that'd probably be a good idea to protect both the operator and the equipment from getting smashed into. I'll show you the detail on this back wall once I get into build mode so we can see it a little more clearly. Let me think, what else did I do? Oh yeah, right, I built, oh no, crap. I am a smart panda. Let's try this again. I was thinking about what a mining ship actually carries in Starmade, and I thought, you know, you get a whole lot of lava. I mean, you get a whole pile of lava. And this isn't realistic, like if this were, you know, real life, and it was actually a mining ship, there'd be no reason for them to save lava. But just more as a nod to game mechanics than anything else, I built a lava tank. There's some place to store all the lava. Now, in reality, this is the exact same storage as all the other storage in the cargo bays is operating off of. I'm not separating out the lava for real. But just visually, just for aesthetics, here we go. I kind of like it. I built this kind of as a little enclosure, like sort of a temporary setup to enclose cargo crates. I've got a claw here. These are actually light slabs that kind of allow me to position things so it looks like it's gripping just the top of a box. I think it's pretty cool. And again, I'll show you what that looks like in non-holographic lighting conditions a little later. And then back here, in a similar vein to the lava, I built a freezer to hold all the ice that you collect. So we've got our sort of our thermal pump chiller over here. We've got a window into the actual ice storage, and then just some greeblies here and there that I think work out well enough. Let's see, and then back here, whoops, I didn't do anything significant back here except just some textural work where I added in the girder instead of the just the plain dark gray hull. Now let's get into build mode and I'll be able to show you better what all that looks like. So come down here, you can see that I had a lot of texturing. Lots of girder, lots of transparent elements, trying to add depth. Let's see, get my interface on so I can turn build light off. I kind of hate build light, actually. There we go. Made a few tweaks to this here and there, and I'll show you what all this looks like. I added indicator lights to show which level the lift is heading toward. Textured the inside of the lift shaft, added some lights. Covered up the underside and front side of the whatever you call the pressure plate. I really kind of like the depth that I added here, sort of behind these braces, and some of the texture work that I did on the walls here. Like, Starmade has some really underappreciated textures, I think. I really like how that came out. There's another look inside here with better lighting. You can see that I've got tons of cargo space, cargo storage, scattered around. Packed it into the cargo bays. The inside of the lava tank. And the inside of the cooler. Both cargo areas. Lots and lots and lots of cargo piled around. This is a mining ship. I intend to be able to haul lots of stuff, so there it is. Yeah, so I added this beam going across the top, and then I put in the sort of the claw. Insert Buzz Lightyear the claw meme here. Yeah. And then I thought, well, hey, where I've got this transition from higher to lower, it'd be cool if there's a bit of bracing on the side so that theoretically this thing could just scoot and like navigate that transition. So I kind of framed that in, and it's totally useless, and yet I kind of love it. Like I think it looks right. And then I've got one on either end of the future hangar deck as well. So I think that works well enough. Oh yeah, I put in little vents and fans and things, as you do. Yeah. And last but not least, I got a lot of sort of enclosing done up in here. So now it's actually navigable to go from the airlock, which is right there, all the way either down to the cargo deck or up to the control deck. Got myself a little window going here. That part is actually going to be exterior skin on the ship, and then behind it, back here, is going to be enclosed some other way. And then once we're up here, I've got just this little twist sort of marked off here, and integrated this all better. Still got some work to do where the elevator shaft, the lift shaft, joins in with the back of the bridge. That was not well planned out to begin with, but I'm going to make it work. And then, as you can see, I also finished up the top part of the elevator shaft. So, that's cool. Really like the end textures on these girders. I don't think I ever really noticed or used those before. But I'm liking them now. In the last episode, I teased what all this mess was with this second core, and now you can see I've got storage and faction block added to it. And then it's actually mounted with a rail dock anchor thing. I can't words today. Down here. And I went ahead and I framed in the rough size for what we're actually going to build today, and this is what I'm going to work on. Basically, I called this like utility arm or something like that. I'm not going to really tell you yet what I'm going to do with it. I'm just going to go ahead and build out the shape of it, and then on the other side of that, we'll talk about what it actually is. All right, well, here's the completed exterior of the utility arm. Trying to figure out how to make the braces line up with each other is always extra fun, but I feel like it came out about right. And then once I replaced the center braces, which didn't quite match with this, sort of a hub, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it actually. So that came out well. Put a big 0 here, partly just so I can remember easily which way's the front. But yeah, I don't know. There it is. All right, so that is the arm. Now, obviously, from the fact that there's rail down here, you can guess that there is going to be a new entity mounted right there. So let's go ahead and get that on there. Boom, much better. All right, so obviously what we've got going on here is this is going to be a mining beam. The goal is that rather than just have a static beam just sort of facing one direction and moving the whole ship, what I want is to be able to sweep a beam side to side like that and get a nice big sweeping cut into whatever I'm mining, rather than just, you know, wherever the beam's pointing, or wherever the ship is pointing rather. So we're going to come down here and we're going to drop a salvage computer right here, and we're going to add in some salvage modules. Talking to some friends who play Starmade. I think I'm gonna go with 7 blocks long module, because apparently, allegedly, that is the most efficient version, or the most efficient size for a single barrel. So we're gonna roll with that. Alright, decent little mining array going on here, and of course it's going to need some storage, so I'm going to slap some storage sort of in between and behind all this. So let's see, there's my storage blocks. Alright, crap tons of storage. Whoop whoop. And now we're going to kind of case all this in. Well, there's the basic pod. I had to move it a little bit so that I could get up in here to finish off some of the contouring of it. Oh, hello. What's this? Actually needed a wireless logic module and a place to stash it, because I slightly forgot that I needed a way to activate the whatchamacallit, that thing, the salvage computer. There we go. I'm going to have to go ahead and wire that up, aren't I? That's going to be a real pain. Alright, hang on. Now, I should be able to move this end to end without too much trouble. Let's see. Oh, I got to get into this entity. Let's see. Instead of triggering this... trigger this. I used a wireless there to avoid visible pipes. I actually want this though to feed into a delay. And then that to trigger that, I think. This one over here is going to feed into its own wireless. That wireless is going to feed into a delay. That wireless is going to feed into a button, which then controls the whole beam there. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and trigger that. I'm gonna have to hook up a speed controller. I do want it to move a little faster than that. Let's see, is that the... That's the one. I just realized the timing and operations for all this is actually going to be a lot more complicated than I was giving it credit for. Oh boy. And that's because I have to pull all the cargo within that array up into this cargo pile right here. Yeah. Yep, okay. I'll sort that out. Let me go ahead and get the speed thing figured out. Oops. I don't actually want that. Much faster. Love it. I broke something somewhere. Okay, is that not triggering as that moves over it? What's going on here? It is. Well, this is frustrating. Apparently when the rail controller is turned up to full speed, it's so fast that the rail thing isn't actually getting triggered somehow. Actually, as I'm thinking about it, there's a fairly obvious fix. I'm just gonna have to shorten the arm a little bit. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, okay. That's not so bad. It barely changes anything, in fact. Alright, that's about where we're going to leave it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do off camera. I'm going to complicate this logic immensely. When it gets to this end here, it needs to actually stop. This rail needs to change to an unload rail, and it needs to unload all of the cargo on, or all of the mined goods on this thing into the storage space of the actual arm. Then, once that happens, it's going to have to switch to the opposite direction, come over here and do the same thing. So there should be a pause every time it hits the end, just long enough for the storage to do its thing. That's going to be a lot of fun to wire up, and I'm not doing it on camera because I'm going to get super frustrated, and that's just how it goes. So, yeah. But hey, I really appreciate the fact that you've watched all this, and I hope you're excited to see where all this goes in the near future, because I sure am. And hopefully that means that I'll see you back for the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.